Hello, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Sandbox Love Podcast. My name is Ayola Maddie. Let's talk ball. Opening weekend of the NCAA Tournament. What did you guys think? A lot of great games, a lot of interesting finishes, a lot of top performers, some injuries to report, some upsets. Let's talk about it. Okay, I'm going to start with the UCLA women's program. Lauren Betts, 30 points, 10 rebounds versus the Richmond Spiders. Big game, huge game. She reminds me of Aaliyah Boston a little bit. She dominates the paint. She's a shot blocker. She impacts the game offensively and defensively. I was watching her. She was just dominating. She plays well. She plays both sides of the court, obviously. She runs the floor really well. She's a great talent, you know. I don't know what the rules are in regards to declaring for the WNBA and when you can declare, but the fact that Lauren Betts came back for her senior year lets you know how hungry she is to win an NCAA championship for UCLA. Because this woman should be in the WNBA. The way she was dominating the paint, I haven't seen anything like this in a while. She's really agile. She has great footwork. She knows where she is on the court every time. She never misses a rotation. Yeah, I'm really impressed with Lauren Betts. She's the best performer so far in the NCAA tournament, in my personal opinion. And yeah, I expect big things for UCLA, especially with the unfortunate news of Juju Watkins. But we'll get into that in a bit. Derik Queen from Maryland. If you did not know who Derik Queen is, I want you to do your research, please. Go to YouTube, watch some clips. Derik Queen, man, this boy can play. He's 6'10", he's agile, great footwork. He can play in and out. He can handle the ball against smaller guards on the perimeter, and he can go by, players his same height or taller. He's very versatile. He can shoot the three really well as well. He can handle the ball from the 3-point line to the basket. He's a 3-level scorer. Very, very good polished game. That's what I would say. And he's projected to be a lottery pick this year. You could tell that he's just a big-time player. Maryland kept on giving him the ball down the stretch, especially when they needed a basket, especially when they needed something, momentum change. And that's when you know the impact of a player is when his teammates now can recognize that, hey, we need to give him the ball because, he's our star player. He's our special guy. He's going to get us through this tough time. And Derik Queen did more than that for Maryland. He performed well down the stretch. He notices double teams really well, and he passes out of the double team really well. So his passing is on another level as well. He wasn't stymied by the defense at all. He just took his time. He surveyed the scene, and he was never rushed. And that's the key, and that's the most important thing, right? Especially when you're looking at a player. Can they get to their spots? Can they be sped up by the defense? And Derik Queen cannot be sped up by any defender that I've seen so far. But again, too, it's just been 2 games. It might change, depending on the stiffer competition. You just never know. Duke and Florida, who are my top 2 teams that I've picked. I chose Duke overall to win the tournament. They handled competition. They handled their business right from the jump. Cooper Flagg gets a lot of hype, but the other players on his team, the others, as Shaq would call them, they perform really well. Proctor is shooting the ball from the outside really well. Knipple, you already know, he can shoot the ball flat out. Malich is playing a bully ball inside. And yeah, they have a solid bench too. So yeah, I still pick Duke. I'm still riding with Duke. I still think they're going to win the whole tournament. The only competition they really have, in my personal opinion, would be University of Houston and University of Florida. Only those two teams. I feel that match up pretty decent with them. On the women's side, it's a Don Staley, South Carolina thing, baby. Especially with Juju Watkins going down for the remaining of the tournament. There's no other team that has enough firepower that could outright beat South Carolina. The only way you're beating South Carolina is they come into the game not playing their A game. I'll repeat. The only way you beat South Carolina is if they come into the game not playing their A game. If they beat themselves. UCLA with Lauren Betts, they move up the ladder, obviously, right? But I'm still picking South Carolina overall. But obviously, you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is there still a sleeper team in the tournament that you're looking at that impressed you over the opening round weekend? Let me know. I haven't seen it, but you just never know. Arkansas might be that team, But again, too, I feel like Pitino can only lose to a Coach Calipari type team. A team that has one or two potential pros, and a team that goes up and down, who's fearless on offense and plays solid defense. And I think that was Arkansas's game plan. And I think Coach Cal, let his team know who they were playing against. I'll put it to you like that. So I bet those guys are really motivated now to play St. John's, especially with the hype that St. John's has garnered before the tournament. But let's talk about it now, guys. Unfortunately, Juju Watkins suffered an ACL injury, which means that she will be out for the remainder of the tournament. And it's just sad overall. We wish her well wishes and speedy recovery. Juju is a dynamic player. She's been the best player in the NCAA women's side for the past 2 years now. I think she should have been in the WNBA from last year. I don't know in regards to the rules, when women can declare for the WNBA. Please, somebody in the comment section, please educate me on that, because I don't know. I just feel so bad for Juju, man. Like I'm a Juju fan myself, right? So I can imagine now the amount of viewership that the women's tournament is going to lose because of Juju Watkins' injury. Yeah. I just wish her a speedy recovery, man. Like, those ACL is nothing to play at, nothing to sneeze at. That's 10 months recovery time. 10 months recovery time. Before she even steps back onto a court, it's going to be 10 months recovery time and rehab. So, for all my athletes that have gone through that, or know of a teammate that's gone through that, you guys know how serious of an injury this is. But I have faith in God. She gonna bounce back, stronger and tougher than ever. And it's just unfortunate, especially for the NCAA women's tournament, who is, they're still promoting the women's game, and this year they have a lot of talented individual players and teams. And I feel like, especially this year, they had a healthy balance, right, of good individual play, and then on top of, obviously the team dynamic and the team play. But USC, it's next woman up. And I know that's what the coaching staff is telling the young ladies, is like, hey, listen, man, Juju's our everything. Juju's our star player. But, we need other players to step up their game now. And, obviously everybody has to fill in that one role, right? So, I know USC is going to bounce back tough, strong. I predict them to even win their next round of game. But for them to go on and make some real noise, I don't think so. But you never know. Like, subscribe, share our content. Peace.